The mic is on, yes.
תודה רבה. שלום לכולם. שבוע טוב. חנוכה שמח.
Après, j'avais parlé d'un papa qui était du Congo, qui voulait m'inviter en Côte d'Ivoire, tout ça. Et il vient de m'appeler là.
We skip halachot because of our time. We've got only a few minutes, about 20 minutes. Just to give you a hint or a flashing of what we are going to study through the course of the week during this time. It's based on a Parashat of the week. The pages are in the group. One page is from the Masechet Yoma that discuss about the destruction of Shiloh. We know the people called it tabernacle. It was erected in Shiloh, and it has been there for, if I'm not mistaken, 3 centuries and more, a couple of decades. And one of the scenes that were enumerated or narrated in the story, how it was, or the cause of that destruction. The Gemara went on to say it's about sexual immorality. And and we know that our Pasha or Pashiot that we have covered so far, particularly the 2 Pashiot, the past Pashiot, it's about the Yesod. And we talk about Yosef last week we talked about Yosef. Yosef being the light of Abba and Ima that they descend to Zah. And when it came to the Yesod, it was then called, that light was called Yosef. We encounter Yosef, number of Limudim by Botzina Kadisha Rabbanim. Rabbi Pinchas, this morning we have learned from him. He said, he cautioned, not out of himself, but out of the text. Mention about Yosef in Mitzrayim, his brothers in Mitzrayim. Rabbi Shimon also mentioned about Binyamin. So our Pasha of today, all this week, is one aspect of Ari Akadoshi's teaching. The teaching of Ari Akadosh is very wide, very, is it not even possible to grasp it at one time, at one go. It requires a time to digest and to keep on repeating what Ari Akadosh is saying, because some of the concepts we encounter in the Torah, not some, all the concepts that we encounter in the Torah are very deep. Very deep. It requires the Chachamim to explain to you and to me what this concept really means. I wanted to give an example. A practical example that is very well known is the word kafir, coming from that part of the world where segregation was in the order of the day. Apartheid was the order of the day. We used to hear the word kafir. And when I look at this word up, it's Hebrew and the Arabic word. What does it mean? It means unbeliever. So we keep on hearing this. This word was used to us, against us. It could be that it was misapplied or ignorantly applied because people do not know what it means. And we also did not many of us truly did know what this word it means. All what we understood is we understood with a mixed feeling. 1, I am a slave. 2, I am under apartheid system. Or I'm under a segregation system. I am being judged with the biasness and with all these labels, prejudices that were imposed on me and on my I should say people. So when it being applied from the other side, I would take it differently. The same thing when in Judaism, in the Torah world, I should say in the Torah world, we find that there are a number of things or words or expression being used against, for example, either based on the color of skin or my background. Yes, I come from Africa. Yes, I'm black. But the way I am being seen, the way I am being looked at, I'm being spoken to, the nuances behind those words create also kind of have got the same sparks, the same dust as of that of or like that of segregation, apartheid, and so forth. I'm glad my Rosh Yeshiva, Rabbi Pinchas, brought this thing not only today. He keep on as they say in Hebrew, leat. He keep on tackling this matter in order for you and I know that what we are being hearing from the general or mainstream of Judaism about some of the concepts, many of these concepts are misapplied, and because they are misapplied, they are misunderstood, and because they are misunderstood, they cause also crisis, not only psychological crisis, but it also give us a distortion of mind, and also give us a sense of they are alienating us or alienating me from the true, from my source, for example. Yes, from my source. For example, I'm a convert, but how is a convert come about? How did the convert come about? So Rabbi Pinchas then expounded further that it's written. Yes, he says written. That we need to understand what this concept and to understand it fully without attaching any prejudices to it. So, having said that, our Pasha is mixed. Miketz, let's see from a different angle of Ari Akadoshi's teaching. The page is in there. Again, I put emphasis on the aspect of knowing who you are and knowing the other person, or knowing the other person is a place in the Torah. It's only when we will alleviate what one would call a stigma. Let's go to Ari Kadosh's teaching. Ari Kadosh, in the Parsha, the page starts with Da. Da. No. Ki Binyamin. Gematria. Nekev. What is Nekev? Nekev is a hole. A hole that you can see through. From a solid thing, you have got a hole, but that hole you must be able to see to see through that thing, through that hole, to see the other side. It's not just a hole and it ends into that thing. You should be able to look through it. So the whole Ari Kadosh is saying the name Binyamin, Gamatio value, is the same as it's 152. Shesham Makomo Besot Man. Ameti Chirim Im Mad. Kisham Makom Hebron. Know that the gematria, or the numerical value, or the gematria value, as I said, of the name Binyamin is the same as that of the word called Nekev. 150. For that is his spiritual location. What does really that mean? What does that really mean, that the gematria value of Binyamin of 152, that is his spiritual location. What does that mean? That is where feminine water unite with masculine water. What is all this? Masculine and the feminine and the masculine water unite. Where is that location? Ari Kadosh continues. Lechach Amar Lo Yosef le Binyamin. Therefore, Yosef said to Binyamin, Be'eze Bechina Haita. What spiritual level do you personify? Binyamin, Yosef is making an inquiry from his youngest brother. And it went on to say, Yoda'a ani Sheshom Aleph Mishnei Atadidim Lo Mintza'u Vach Lefi She'en Lach Parashat כולל, לא בסוד זכור ולא בסוד נקבה. Oh, sound heavy. Yosef said to Benjamin, what is spiritual? What spiritual level do you personify? I know, Yoda'a, that you embody neither of the two sides. What the two sides is he referring to? For you do not you do not import any patsuf whatsoever. We know patsuf. I will explain based on Hashem. Neither masculine nor feminine. Feminine side. Feminine side. Ariaka Dos continues, and this is where we are going to end because of time. As and or then Hashivilo Binyamin le'osef Amar ve'amar lo. Binyamin answered Yosef, meaning answered to Yosef, no. Da'a lecha achi. No, my brother. She'ani haiti besot zachor. She'aliti lemala bemakomocha. Leshov velinak memakom. She'aita ata yonak veshov. Veshoev. No, my brother, that I personify the masculine principle. Indeed, I have ascended to the same spiritual level that you did. In order to draw in the circle from the place where you draw in the circle. I enter with this one. Velachen timtza ki az nikra Binyamin male yud she'ala be'ashev arat hi venikra Binyamin ve'amar lo Yosef תדעה שאני בסוד זוכר ויש לי אישה ובנים. This is why, ולכן, therefore, this is why it's now written fully with the second yod. For this indicates how he ascended and drew into himself a radiancy of yod. He said to him, Joseph, know that I now personify the masculine principle, and I have a wife and a children. I wanted to conclude this short limud. Much to say on this episode of Joseph and his youngest brother's discussion or dialogue, and about the the aspect that each one represents. In most cases, in the mainstream of Torah study and learning, we have been created as observant by rote. What do I mean, observant by rote? We become mechanically. We became mechanically because the system of our Torah teaching is based on what is called the Parashat. With due respect, yes, it's good. But if I were to take myself into what I happen, into what I knew, I rest be assured that probably I would have been frustrated by now. And I do not know what would have happened to me. Why? Because I was just confined between do and don't. And the reason of this don't and do, or do and don't, I truly do not understand. And the Baruch Hashem, each one has got his own and their own path in this life. Or in this corridor, I found what speaks to me best. That has elevated me from one place or one level to another. And at this level, I understand to the best of my ability. I understand what I am supposed to do and the reason why I should do it. I'm not performing or I'm not doing things without halakha or mitzvot, doing mitzvot. I'm not simply doing it for face value. I understand it. Yourself is probing with his brother. He is discussing. He wanted to know. He wanted to know his status. Not his status. Yes, status. He wanted to know his youngest brother's state. The same way you and I, we need to know our spiritual state, spiritual status. I want to, Bezrat Hashem, we will explain, we will delve into this topic. Because if we have to take this lofty idea into the world of man at the ground level, and also through different discipline of human endeavors, in order for us, for you and I, be able to know where you are and where I am, where you should be and where you shouldn't be. The Torah is not about rote. It's not about mechanic. It's to elevate you and I spiritually, to refine our character trait. Identity crisis. Identity crisis is because man was reduced to a different state and being defined by another man. Defined another man. When you define, for example, a person by deciding what he should and what he should not, then you are causing an identity crisis. And once you cause an identity crisis, you do not really expect any growth in any person. This is one of the aspects of Yosef. Yosef probing into his brother's spiritual state or spiritual status. We have said in the past limud that it's only after you have been or you have received the Yud. What is this Yud? This is the light of Abba, the masculine. That you are able to take, for example, the Malchut, which is a wife, able to raise children, to raise them children proper, and bringing them those precious souls into this world, and to bring them according to the Torah tenets, principles, laws, whatever, you name it. It's only when you are called, you are mature. We have learned in a previous limud, Yosef is rooted in the Yesod. And the Binyamin is a brother. He says, I am also rooted in the same place. That's why I have got a wife and the what? I've got a wife and the children. So, but the Yesod, we do have got a different type of Yesod. The Yesod being referred here is the Yesod of Zah. And there is the most Sephira that man is prone to abuse, and defile. We abuse it and we defile it. And once we defile that, rest be assured that nothing that we do in this world will go to for us. God forbid. Shalom. Salila. So we need to identify. Each one of us needed to identify which is Sephirah that speaks to you most. Just as Joseph did. We know, we have learned this morning from Rabbi Pinchas, narrating the story according to Ari HaKadosh. The Erev Rav, that they are from Adam Arishon, through different means. How? Through Zera Levatara. And that's exactly this very, very pasuk. This is exactly the aspect of Yosef probing into or probing with his brother. Which part? So, my dear friend, we are going to delve into, through the course of the week, we are going to delve into this very concept of Binyamin and Yosef and his youngest brother. Because when you look at the name Binyamin itself, Ari HaKadosh says, once he received that Yud, he was a fool. And we know what that Yud represents. So, again, when you look at the name Binyamin, both the first letter and the last letter, they will give you the same aspect as a band, feminine man that is being mentioned here. Based on Hashem, we will continue with this theme tomorrow. But Hashem, thank you very much for affording me this opportunity to share with you. Hope to see you tomorrow, B'ez Hashem. Baruch Adonai Le'olam. Amen v'amen.